Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the main event of probably two of the more affordable gun safes on the market. To be fair, both in that 24 gun range. Now, we do have the long-standing title champion for who knows how long versus the new kid on the block who's coming in hot and heavy. Let's get into the video and figure out who is your champion. Let's go. So why is this a big deal and why are we talking about them? What makes them these great contenders? All these questions you have, let me answer them for you. The Liberty Centurion 24. The Browning ProSteel BX 24. This is that exceptionally modest entry level, around the $1,000 mark safe. Very popular. Literally the most popular selling safe we offer out of our catalog of safes. And it's because of those things and more. So let's cover them. Let's find out what this new kid on the block is all about and how he compares to the reigning champion. Or her, whatever. So again, it's kind of that referred to as most affordable for what you get. I'm gonna start with what you see in front of you. How about that, okay? The Liberty, Centurion 24, shown here in texture black. They do offer other colors here and there, but consistently we decided to go with this one. It's always gonna be available to you. The hardware, let's look at that for a moment, shan't we? This is the Secure Ram top lit lock. It is in a polished chrome, as is the 3-spoke handle. Again, offered in the polished chrome. Exterior hinges so that we get the full swing, okay? That's what we see in front of us here. However, on the Browning side, this is hammer gray, also referred to hammer gray gloss, also referred to something else I'm probably forgetting. Now, this is the only finish that we've seen available thus far, okay? Now, as well, it too comes with the UL listed Secure Ram keypad lock. As you see, it is in black. That is a 3-spoke handle, also available in, I want to say they're calling that matte black, right? So you see that with the same exterior hinge design, so again, we get the full swing. Now, very important, I think, because you're gonna ask me, yes, your local locksmith and or dealer can change the locks out to mechanical if you prefer. Now, I always throw that out because I think it's an important selling point to a lot of customers. Some people just don't want the keypad. Fair enough. Moving on for what you see in front of you. Let's go with size, shan't we? Yep. So, the Centurion stands in here at 59.25 inch tall. It is 28.25 inches wide. It is 20 inches deep. Now with depth, that's from the back of the safe to the front of the safe only. That does not include things like hinges, lock, 3-spoke handle. Consider that when you're measuring spaces and thinking about where you want to put the safe. The contender, the new guy, is 58 inches tall and is 28 inches wide. It too offers 20 inches of depth. And as I told you before, that does not include these things here. Hinges, lock, handle, okay? So I'm bringing up those and I'm kind of hanging on those because again, it's not too small and it's not too big. Really good entry level size. Talking about entry level, let's talk about how it's constructed, i.e. what it's constructed of. 14 gauge steel. Again, I said entry, didn't hide that from you. Entry level meaning that, hey man, it's really good. It's gonna, as far as just keeping the kids' hands off of it or when the grandkids come over to visit or the common average knucklehead breaking into homes is not going to pop this. More than likely, I'm not guaranteeing that, but more than likely, just based off of what we see when we show up to an attempted break-in, things of that nature. The door as well is 14 gauge steel with an interior plate of another layer of 14 gauge steel. That's constructed the exact same way over here. They both also have the external reed locker. It's kind of like a booby trap. Somebody walks up to it, takes a hammer to it, sledge, and they're trying to break their way through it. Hey, if I just knock the lock off, I can get right into it, right? Wrong. You're basically making it much harder on yourself, so please try. They both also have a hard plate behind them for drilling purposes. Somebody just wants to drill their way into it. They've both done a decent job of making that harder as well. I'm saying decent. I'm not cheating anybody here. These are, I think you'll tell from by the time we get done with this video, exceptionally well rated. It's gonna be down to which one do you like better by the time we get to the end of this. And speaking of like, this is called a segue. Write that down. This is where I tell you, don't forget to like and subscribe if you happen to like content of this nature. Subscribe, notification bell, hashtag, all that, I don't know. So from what we've seen on the outside, very, very simple, okay? I believe it's important that we talk a little bit about the fire protection because that's a big one when we're safe shopping. Stuttered hard. Safe shopping, it's a really hard thing to say for me. Let's do a graph, okay? We'll put a graph on the screen and we'll discuss the fire protection and see how eerily similar they might be. First, I need to dim the lights in order to set the mood, right? Lights, wrong lights. Sorry. Lights, thank you. So what happens here? The Liberty Centurion 24 is rated for 40 minutes at 1200 degrees. In the graph that I'll show you now, that means if a fire reaches 1200 degrees, and if it stays that hot for consistent 40 minutes, the interior temperature of the safe will not breach 350 degrees. That's helping to keep things like paper and plastics, synthetic stocks on our weapons below melting, okay? So let me move this guy right over here. Blink. So now let's do the exact same graph, but let's do it for the Browning BX, okay? Same story. If a fire reaches 1200 degrees, and if it stays that hot for 45 minutes, the interior temperature will not breach 350 degrees. Let's leave them on the screen. Let's look at them. That's right, 5 minutes of difference. All right, here we go. So let's talk about one more thing to do with fire. And what helps that is something called How You Sol. Now, that is something that is only found in New Zealand in August of every other year. I'm kidding. It's just a little material that they make for you. And they insert it here. Let's get a close-up shot. They insert it in the door jamb. And what happens is that the fire is building up and it's getting around the safe. This material will begin to expand its natural size and it'll go 7 times its natural size. Once the fire starts to heat up around, say, 212, 257. A little fluctuation there because I've heard it differently from multiple manufacturers. So what happens there is that I'm swollen 7 times my natural size. I've created a tighter seal between that gap in between the door and the body, not letting in fire and soot, hopefully stopping a lot of water from coming in from the fire department, things of that nature. Stop looking at the weapons. I get it, we'll get to them. So right here though, on the edge of the door are the different locking bars and bolts from these 2 manufacturers. These are made from 3/16 inch steel, okay? And it's flat, it's a locking bar. That's where we're going. It protrudes left and right. So when the door is shut, it's sticking out behind the door jamb on both sides. Over here. These are 1-inch locking bolts. Same story, they're gonna go ahead and stick out from both sides of the door. Let me see, what would everybody want me to talk about next? I was watching this video and I was staring at the gun count. I know, I'm kidding. Here we go. So right off the bat, they both come with a door panel that has pockets and things and zippers. Okay, cool, but let's talk about more important. I can, right off the bat, put 4 pistols on that door from Liberty with the new Browning BX I can put 6 pistols on the door. That's something to think about. As discussed, these are 24 gun count safes. 24 gun count safes. So, can I put 24 guns in here? Says I could. Now, to be fair, we went with 2 scoped and 1 shotgun with no optic in both safes. And you can kind of see that in this beautiful B-roll that the clever gentleman behind the camera is providing for you. With that, we've done red dots and we've done scopes, we've done stuff like that. So you can see here, okay? Something that I noticed that was discussed heavily when we were loading them up, I'm gonna point it out, it's only fair. You will notice the height of said shelf and the height of said weapons. You will notice the height of said shelf and the height of said weapons. I don't know, that is a AR-15 with a collapsible adjustable stock and for Magpul. And so as you can see, I actually set it on something. I set it on some magazine so they could reach up there and touch. So I'm just gonna point that out, I don't know. You may have taller guns and you don't care. So with that, on this interior, you can have half gun, you can have no gun, you can have all gun, right? It doesn't matter, you can move this around however you want to that way. Not pictured, but it does come with 3 shelves. I just didn't like how it looked when you shot them, sorry. So here's 2 here, it comes with the 3rd one that you can inject as well. Like I said, move that around. Over here, you will notice where the long guns are now and where the shelves are now. You can either have half gun, half shelf, or you can have all gun. That's it. You can't actually put shelf on the other side. So, something to think about, right? The hole here, I didn't put it over here because I couldn't flip it around. If I do have, say, this 28-inch barreled 12 gauge, it would have to be on this side so that the barrel would poke through this hole up here. Can you see that? See the hole? Good. So, over here, I could put that same 28-inch in front. So either here, or across there, because this shelf is recessed. Speaking of that shelf, that is fixed. That's not gonna move. This may not bother you, but it's my job to teach you. This is fully adjustable. Up and down, pull it out, whatever. So, something to think about. Something also to think about, they do the elevated floor so that we're not gonna bang a stock as we're taking the weapon out, right? That's just a nice flat entry. We do have the recessed floor, if you wanna call it that. There's actually not a name for it, so I'm gonna call it the recessed floor. Coin that, that's ours, we own that. Ha-ha, put it up, write it down, put it on the, okay. So after that, 4 holes in the bottom so that we can anchor it to the floor. Both guys, good stuff. Both are able to accept electrical power outlet kits, right? The Liberty now comes with, seen here in the footage, this little black plug, you pop it out and then you kind of insert their kit that they sell, and then you just screw it together, plug it in, you're good to go. Excuse me, the Browning, the steel in the back is already cut for it. So you can see that the steel is already cut in the back of the safe. However, you just have to punch a hole through the sheetrock adjacent to said hole so that you can feed the wire through. And I think we have a pretty cool video. We've gotten some good feedback on it where how you can make a really cool, really usable power outlet kit of your own. Heck, you can even order that for me. Shoot me an email. So kind of evenly matched there. So let's get into weight. Let's talk about weight. 375 pounds for all of you who are moving into basements and upstairs, or just do it yourself, or you're gonna go pick it up yourself and throw it in the bed of your truck. Very similar at 337 pounds for the BX. Very similar. Now, this cat over here is typically always gonna retail for $11.99. Okay? New guy in town coming in at a fresh hot $10.69. And of course, your local dealer will probably always run specials or websites, but I mean, website specials and discounts and things of that nature, but that's the price you're probably gonna be looking for, more than likely. Rundown real quick. What did we forget? I think we covered it. Just leave the doors open, let you leave you with that. I do want to thank you again for following along and watching. And this is Robert with A1EDU. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.